As children, we were told that our world once had heroes. Fairy tales to inspire hope in a world with none. As far back as anyone could remember, mankind had been at war with itself. Orphaned, like so many, I survived by the sword and my wits. Neither of which kept me from being sent to a labor camp. It would have been a death sentence, had I not made a friend. Avil kept me safe, and I kept him sane. And together, we would change the course of history. Avil, did you make it to Delorum?
Yes. I've almost reached the village of Tablis. You were right, Sandra. This place is completely untouched by the invasion.
Have you made contact with the Royal Army?
No. And I'm not exactly getting a warm reception from the locals.
I'm sure they can be seduced by your charms. I was joking, sort of. They may, however, find you more appealing than the jackals about to descend on Tablis.
In moments like this, I actually find myself missing your company, Sandra. How long do I have before the jackals arrive?
Not long. If you don't act quickly, the villagers will be slaughtered. I've teleported escape crystals onto the battlefield. You need only use one of the runestones I gave you to activate them. I'll leave you to it.
Someone help!
The jackals are hunting down civilians. Use your basic attacks to slay them before they slaughter the villagers. Great work. Now charge the crystal to activate the portal and rescue the civilian.
I don't understand what's happening. What are those things? Who are you?
My name is Avil, the last of the Sentinels. I am here to ready your people for war.
I don't know anything about fighting monsters.
There is something you can do for your people. Something that will save thousands of lives.
Tell me what to do, and I'll do it.
Take this gemstone, and personally see that your king receives it. And when he does, tell him to speak my name into the stone.
enemy has started killing civilians! Avil, you must act quickly! Good work, Avil. That civilian is safe now. Great work, Avil. Keep it up. If you're ever lost, you can review your objectives at any time. Nice job, Avil. Keep up the good work. Some people have climbed onto their rooftops to hide from those monsters. Too bad I'm not much of a climber myself.
If I jump onto the side of the building, I can climb up the wall to reach the top.
Thank goodness someone's come to help me. I climbed up here to try and escape those beasts. But now I can't get down.
You're safe now.
These refugees are lucky you showed up in time. The people of Delorum shall be indebted to you, Avil.
Is this really safe? Thanks, I guess. I always believed the legends. Thank you, Sentinel. I'm saved! I'm saved!
Avil, congratulations. You're still alive.
Portals are opening, as you said they would. I was able to send many of the townspeople to safety.
It isn't enough.
I know. I sent your speaking stone off to the king. We'll see if he, in his royal wisdom, sees fit to make an alliance, or if he is as foolish as those who fell before him.
I know how you feel, but we're out of options. We will need to coordinate with the royal forces to fight the coming hordes, and we're going to need them soon.
The jackals I killed, they were scouts.
Yes. I hope you're ready, because the Ravenii will be attacking soon. Has King Nero made contact yet?
So far, nothing but silence.
Avil, we will need alliances to win this war. The most expedient way to convince the king of our intent is to continue fighting for his people and defending his cities. And when you do speak with the king, may I suggest employing a morsel of diplomacy?
I will think on it, Sandra. Now, tell me of our enemy. What is their location? Last we spoke, they were on course for Petrol.
You've arrived just in time. The Horde has almost reached the city limits. Now go, and show the people of Petrol how a Ravenii dies. Executing Ravenii requires rune energy. Charge your rune energy by killing jackals and rescuing civilians. Admit it, Avil. You're enjoying yourself out there. The people of Delorum shall be indebted to you, Avil.
You saved the right man. I am a spice trader, the richest in all of Delorum. Anything you want, my friend, I will make it yours.
I need you to simply send a message to your king. I gave him the means to contact me directly. Have him do so immediately.
That was just nasty. These refugees are lucky you showed up in time.
What is this tower?
We use the watchtowers to keep an eye out for threats. From the top, you can see far beyond the outskirts of Petrol.
I bet climbing the watchtowers would give me a better vantage point.
I am in your debt, Sentinel.
Look who's early. Avil, get after that Ravenii before he starts destroying the town.
I'd have to handle these monsters first.
Next time, dodge just before an attack hits you to avoid taking damage.
If it weren't for your noble...
This is only the beginning. If any of us are going to survive what's coming, I need your king to work with me.
I have a contact on the court. I will send urgent word. Blessed be Delorum! I am saved!
Avil, you remember how this works. Hold your rune strike and aim at the Raveni's armor and limbs. Release rune strike to attack. That one looked like it really hurt. Avil, hold your rune strike and aim at the Raveni's armor to destroy it. Great job, Avil. Removing a Raveni's armor and severing its limbs also charges your rune energy. Once you have enough, you will be able to execute the Ravenii. Now aim your rune strike just below the Raveni's knee to sever its leg. Now finish this. Climb to the base of the Ravenii skull. The ogre's... Now, Avil, execute the Ravenii. Great work, Avil. That's one less Ravenii we have to kill.
It's a drop in the ocean. If we don't begin coordinating our efforts with the Royal Army, we will soon be overrun by their numbers.
When word of your bravery reaches the king, he will be compelled to trust you.
And while we wait for the fool king to gather his courage, the Ravenii marshal their forces.
You are more right than you know. Another horde is approaching, and this one is better armed.
The next town will not be as fortunate as the last.
Avil, you've arrived just in time. The first of the Ravenii are already approaching the town.
I see you finished deploying the escape crystals as well. I'll slay this monster, and save as many as I can.
Avil, that Ravenii seems to be wearing some kind of heavy armor. Are you sure you can handle it?
You worry about getting your crystals to the surrounding town, Sandra. I'll worry about the Ravenii.
Avil, remember. Executing Ravenii requires rune energy. Charge your rune energy by killing jackals and rescuing civilians.
wooden armor looks to be bound by large iron locks. I'll try taking those out first. Use my rune strike on the locks.
Great job. Keep it up.
I need my rune energy fully charged to execute this Ravenii.
Valid rune strike targets will glow when you aim at them. Good work! Now go behead a Ravenii.
To hit the weak points when they are glowing.
There's no time to waste. Get back in there, Reveal. Reveal, focus! You might have deserved that one. Careful, Reveal. Find cover to regain your health.
No challenge at all.
Severing a Raveni's limb will only hinder them momentarily. After a short time, the Ravenii will regenerate its severed limbs. You all right? Now, Avil, execute the Ravenii! Nice work, Avil. These people owe you their lives.
This time, Sandra. But what of the next? And the next? Without the King's aid, we're relegated to a single battlefield, while the Ravenii push forward on multiple fronts.
You're right, Avil. Which is why we must convince him to join us. This war will not be won by swords alone.
This is King Nero, ruler of Dolorum. You have requested an audience?
This is Avil, the last sentinel, and I wish to strike an alliance with your highness.
Was it your sorcery that created this speaking stone?
My ally, Xandra, crafted this instrument, and others from the weapons of our enemies.
If your boons are so great, why do you seek an alliance?
King Nero, I cannot be everywhere. At this moment, I am approaching Multnomah, where a deadly horde approaches.
Multnomah? No, that's too soon. I dispatched a garrison to the city, but they won't arrive in time. If you are as skilled as I have heard, Avil, then please, save as many of my people as you can.
Nice job, Avil. Keep up the good work. Avil, if too much of the town is destroyed or its people killed, we will have failed.
Time to kill the Ravenii.
Job. Keep it up. Avil. Find cover to regain your health.
Sentinel! Dust yourself off and get back in there!
Avil, what are you doing? Job. Keep it up. Okay, you might have deserved that one. Avil, valid rune strike targets will glow when you aim at them. Now, Avil, execute the Ravenii. Your work here isn't done yet. That Ravenii you just executed wasn't the only one on its way to Motnamar. It looks like this Ravenii brought along a friend. You'll have to face them both. When you execute a Ravenii, your rune energy will begin to drain. You will need to build it up again in order to execute another Ravenii.
My people are being slain left and right. Avil, what are you doing?
I'll have to charge up my rune energy to take this thing down.
Avil, you must protect the city and its people. If it falls, we have lost. Avil, what are you doing?
I should build more rune energy.
Avil, valid rune strike targets will glow when you aim at them. Ravenii forces are destroying the city. Avil, you must stop them. Okay, you might have deserved that one. Ravenii forces are destroying the city. Avil, you must stop them.
I'll have to charge up my rune energy to take this thing down. Time to kill a Ravenii.
Feel, where are you? Gods protect us.
I'm fine, Your Highness. Attend to your own affairs.
My people are being slain left and right. Avil, what are you doing?
Now, Avil, execute the Ravenii.
Avil, what are you doing? The Ravenii are destroying my kingdom.
I'll have to charge up my rune energy to take this thing down.
Avil, valid rune strike targets will glow when you aim at them. Great job. Keep it up. Avil, valid rune strike targets will glow when you aim at them.
You fought bravely, Avil. Thank you. Many of my people owe you their lives.
We are still losing too many.
I agree. Your ally,
Xandra.
she creates your weapons.
The Ravenii use a rare mineral to travel between worlds. Xandra was able to fabricate this talking stone, and our own portals, from similar materials.
I have at my disposal some of the most gifted alchemists, and even they do not understand the properties of this talking stone.
Xandra is brilliant in many ways. Yet as skilled as we are, she and I will not be enough to win this war. Will you combine your forces with our own to defeat this enemy, Your Highness?
Initially, I was reluctant to believe your claims. I had always thought the Sentinels to be a myth, a story to put children to bed.
And now?
I believe. The Royal Army has been dispersed to the locations you decided were most vulnerable to attack. But I fear this strategy leaves my forces spread thin.
I need your army to play a defensive role. By alerting me of attacks as they occur, I can engage the enemy while your forces see to the safety of your people. We'll use signals in the watchtowers to guide refugees through the safest escape routes.
Slowing the Horde down while we move people out of their path will minimize casualties, while Zandra attempts to build a portal strong enough for us to escape the Ravenii.
Avil, do you hear that? The alarm has been raised. The Ravenii are attacking on multiple fronts.
Get your people to safety, and I'll fight as many as I can.
Avil, we've gotten several reports of terrifying new jackals in the area. Don't let them harm the civilians.
You made quick work of that one sentinel.
I should rescue the civilians.
These refugees are lucky you showed up in time. Great work, Avil. Keep it up.
Another innocent life lost.
That was just nasty.
Gotta take out these monsters.
That was just nasty.
It's too dangerous to try and channel this crystal with enemies nearby.
Good to see my portals are holding up.
If I don't stop the Ravenii from destroying the city, soon there will be nothing left to save.
Avil, what are you doing? The Ravenii are destroying my kingdom. has been dispersed to the locations you decide.
I need your army. Slowing the horde.
Avil.
Get your people to...
Avil, we've gotten several reports of terrifying new jackals in the area. Don't let them harm the civilians. Great work, Avil. Keep it up.
Citizens are suffering. Avil, can you do nothing to save them? Good work, Avil. My people thank you. Is this really safe? Thanks, I guess. Excellent work, Avil. Onward! I'm saved! I am saved!
Excellent work, Avil. Another refugee is safe, thanks to you. Admit it, Avil. You're enjoying yourself out there.
It's too dangerous to try and channel this crystal with enemies nearby.
This is madness, Avil. We should be bringing the fight to the Ravenii, not waiting for them to attack us.
Other leaders had that same idea, Your Highness. They saw their armies butchered and their kingdoms reduced to ash. This isn't any war you've fought before, or any enemy you've ever known.
And what will you do to prevent Delorum from suffering a similar fate? Do you believe Xandra can truly build a device capable of ending this war?
I do. If you were to assist Xandra in her work, and give her the resources of your court, we may find that solution sooner.
Very well. I will welcome your ally into my palace, and give her the full resources of my kingdom.
Wonderful. You will soon experience her genius for yourself, and furthermore, I think you will find her to be an entertaining addition to your court.
Is her disposition as taciturn as your own?
Oh no, she's far worse.